The Briggs family has run Shady Oaks Farm for many years now. It is on Winthrop Street in West Medway. I would love to see some old photos of this fine place. I hope the video brings them forth. It is a place, not a factory. Its feel and smell are real, not manufactured in a think tank and carried to a mall to provide smells that will sell. The ambience of the place is authentic, farm. It has a kind of randomness to it that gives it charm. Here you can buy dog food, over there some milk, further over some lime for the lawn, and don't forget the marigolds, the yellow long stem ones. They're beautiful. The farm is a family outfit, fragile and strong both. It is built on relationship, on deep ties. One senses that a struggle is going on to keep a family dairy going and going into the future. As you can see in George Papadopoulos' watercolor, Shady Oaks is a warm and welcoming place. There is the hello, and it is felt. Kim and Linda, the women who sell the milk and check in the empty bottles, always have a friendly word, a pun, a casual remark. They're interested in what they do. It seems that they sense they are part of an important venture, yet they stay casual and ever helpful. The bottles get clanged into a case, big bottles in one case, and the more graceful quart ones in another. The noise is like some bracelets jangling on a wrist. And you should see the walk-in fridge with the loud motor, how cold it is when you come in there from the outside. The bottles have different color caps on them. The blue cap is skim. I use that. Cholesterol deprives one of joy, but lately I have said the hell with it, and I get the quarts with the cream on the top. They come with little red tops. The homogenized milk, which seems very popular, has a pretty silver top. Folks come in and buy milk and maybe a big bag of dog food or some bird seed. One midlife fellow came in saying he felt tired and old. And when Kim called out to him, labeling him handsome, he knew she was lying, but he didn't care. When the cows are home for the night, moms, with their little ones, walk through the dairy, and the kids squeal and jump. They are just this far from these big beasts who just go about their work, eating and producing for Briggsy. Bob may be milking, and so might his son, but they look up and note the family scene with a kind of pleasure. They keep the place clean. The cows seem to be unmindful of their efforts as they concentrate on their biological processes. There are other men whom I do not know who also work with Bob. They too are ever kind, friendly, and warm. Bob Briggs, the owner, a worker of great capacities, well, he's shy, but not really when you chat a bit. He is very friendly, actually, but retiring at the same time. I can't explain it, but he let me do this show, and I really have to say I'm grateful to him. He does not want to go on the camera, as he sees himself as more of a behind-the-scenes type of a person. That's okay with me. His place has been one that I like to go to and have gone to for some time, and I can take him as he is. I think I like it so much because I feel relaxed there. If I were a drinker, I would say it is like a good shot in a beer. I can just stand there and feel comfortable and not worry that I am in the way or stopping a process of some sort that has to do with getting me in and out the door so another customer can be served. I think if Bob were a salesman type, I just probably wouldn't go there. I used to go to a place that had nice things to eat, a specialty shop. I don't want to say what kind because then I'll reveal the place. One day it changed hands, and the young man who now ran it tried to sell me some stuff that was expensive, but he assured me very good. I was embarrassed with his hustle, surprised actually, and quickly bought the stuff and left. I used to just go in and hang around for a few minutes when the old guy before him had it. But now the young guy explained to me that he had to be quote-unquote proactive and sell the goods with the best margin of profit possible, etc. He had taken some course which taught him the virtues of being proactive, and I never went back. I don't feel too comfortable with people who use words like proactive. I wonder what it means. I buy milk and I get a feeling that is hard to describe. To find a real place in this time of factory farms, Walgreens, and mega malls is a treat, and not to be taken casually. That is why I have my own quiet celebration when I go there. I mean, I don't say anything, but I feel good inside when I visit, and travel so far from home for a bit of fine milk. I always feel bad that I'm using up so much gas. But I have located shops along the way I visit, and so I feel less bad. I see Tina Papadopoulos at Miller's Shell, and then maybe I'll visit Ocean State's Job Lot, a discount store, and maybe I'll go pick some strawberries out past Bob's place. There is an old feel to the farm that would be hard to reproduce in a more aseptic environment. The mall stores have a manufactured, psychology-tested atmosphere. Someone or a committee decided that the Gap should look a certain way so women and young men would buy a lot of casual clothes. The toy store must look to be fun. The Foot Locker, a sports store, looks jockish, so you will buy a $50 sneaker, and since you need two, you can spend $100 for a pair. Victoria's Secret has an oldish feminine touch to it. Abercrombie and Fitch smells of how the old rich smell. I never smelled an old rich, but if I did, it would smell like Abercrombie and Fitch, and so on. I think you get my drift. Bob's place, the farm, is not a place with an atmosphere or ambience that was created from survey data or geared to get you to buy things you did not know you needed. I understand that supermarkets now pipe chicken smells over the air to entice you to buy some legs, breasts, or parts. This farm, Shady Oaks, has a natural smell, earth and animals. The smell is of a fine place and not of a testing laboratory. Oh, I note that signs are made by hand. They are funny. Moo moo. Do cows talk that way? The other day I saw a young worker, who might have been Bob's son, I didn't ask, amble up to a cow, a brown one, and embrace her about the neck. He just stayed there, she being quite comfortable. He's draped all over her. I was really quite taken by this prolonged display of cow love, or is it human love? I know nothing about the cow, so I am no judge of appropriate cow-human relationships. I did later dare to pat one of the bony heads, and she just looked at me and nothing more. I mean, it seems cows are pretty friendly. I am a bit shy and unaccustomed to public displays of emotion, but I saw it, and the young fellow kept his position, unashamedly hugging the cow, and the cow kept hers, until I had to leave and they were still in a state of mutual leaning type dependency. I never knew cows liked hugging. I was so pleased to see him hug the cow so friendly-like. A cow's a pretty big beast to embrace. A city boy, I never knew you could do that. I recall one day I saw a black dog lying in the barn at the front of the place. Spread out, I patted him and he never moved. He was not dead, but just super laid back. You'd think he'd guard things, but not him. He didn't figure out there was a need to. His customers, they'd never take a thing, so what the hell, why not nap? So he did. I finally got a tail wag from her, but it was involuntary. I don't think she ever woke up till supper, that is. They usually bring the cows back in around 3:30, but when it's super hot like it was the other day, it'll be around 4. Linda's back from Florida. She waits on a major customer. 3 Choco Milks, 4 homogenized half-gallons, a few regular quarts of whole milk, 2 half-gallons of skim. The milk goes in these wire holder things. This particular customer has a very big, long holder. It must be pretty heavy. I wonder if she has a big family or if maybe she buys for herself and someone else too. Somehow, what I like most is the quiet on this farm. No equipment running at the moment. The black dog is now ambulatory and ignoring me, as if I weren't there, or as if I was there but he didn't care a damn. That darn dog can sure put you in your place, locate you down the tree of life. The hell with him. Why should a damn dog bother me? Well, the heat maybe leaves me a bit tender and vulnerable. Actually, I'm just kidding. They're cleaning up now. The cows are out in God's kingdom. Bob and the other men sweep as they have done every day, twice and more a day. The home spot for the cows is ready for their return in the late afternoon. The sun warms the entryways. A bird or two alights. The barn is quiet now. Quiet, quiet. The business of creation moves along at God's pace at Briggs's farm, Shady Oaks.